The folks here in Florida definitely used to this. Rain in the forecast as we join you from Everbank Stadium here in the city of Jacksonville. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Set to kick off.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go, 180. Louis.
The first carry now. This is Williams. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
180. Maverick.
Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
16 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
120.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
180.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here we go. 20.
Now Goff. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
20. Hey, let's go. Go.
St. Brown motioning left. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Black 20. 12.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, here's Williams. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
180.
Here we go with Williams. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They'll run. This is Facial Tootin. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
But not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down.
Silver.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Here's 3rd and 6.
Hey, go, go. Go, go.
Lawrence will throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Hey, let's go. Here we go.
They go play action with Lawrence. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete. The Jaguars at 3-4 on the year coming into play. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking to go 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
23 yards the pickup there. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Hey, line. Hey, kill.
Here's a give up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, run. Hey,
we're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Now Lawrence. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he is caught. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this is taken in at the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big pickup of 38.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here we go now on first and goal.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! Hey, Soko, Sahut. Here we go, Sahut.
Tootin is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Hey, Lion! Turn! This is hot! Red.
They'll try again. And not a whole lot there as they get him down at about the 2. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So here we go on a third and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. They'll try to run this one in. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Ready.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on fourth and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it.
Check.
Now Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jags go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Joey Sly on for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact,
They don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
He's airing it out for Williams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Goff now looks to throw. This one swung out to Williams. And he's going to have a Lions first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. To throw is gone. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Back to throw. Goff. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
First and goal.
Now it's gone. Now he's going to step up and run. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now they send the tight end in motion left. Now gone. And it's caught. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Sam Laporta from 4 yards out. And the Lions have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now the former Syracuse man, LaQuinn Allen. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey, easy, route.
Here's Lawrence. Little comebacker here, complete to Melton. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Hey, kill. Check smash. 11. Silver.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Lions are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
After the interception, here's Goff. Oh, that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Second and 10. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
We're good. Super.
The final shot before break here. Goff. And oh, it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I can guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Easy. Ralph. Hey, son.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And he's got his big tight end here. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Red on red. Hey, center. Zach.
Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
30 left. 11.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
Lion. Hey, 11, add it. Street. Take right open. Here we go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The JAX come up empty on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Gone. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Detroit. And even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
At the 19-yard line.
Hold on. Go. 4 down. 17. Listen.
Goff now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Conversion.
Hold on. Check. What's that?
They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7.
Jaguars 8.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Hey, go. Here we go.
Now a carry for Allen. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey.
They stay on the ground with Allen. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Hey, easy. Here we go.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
No gain on the play.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, run.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they could do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
All right, let's go. Phil.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
We go, cut. Black 20. Hey, cut.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Cut. 180. Maverick, Maverick.
Out of the gun, Goff. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again is Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Here comes the Lions punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, hey, Phil.
They go play action with Lawrence. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, run! Son, this is hot.
Now Lawrence. Looking long for Thomas. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, 74 yards. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Sly on for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Call
it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Goff now looking to throw. Open man right side is St. Brown. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the gun, here's Goff. That is caught. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
First down, Detroit.
Here we go.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Left 20.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Now 1st and goal.
Detroit Lions, 1st down.
Goff now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And nothing but daylight ahead. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Intercepted.
Here's 1st and goal.
1st down and goal at the 3-yard line.
Hey, here we go.
They'll try to run this one in. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
When we say the game's on the line, I don't think we're overstating it here. These next few plays could very well decide this one. Advantage defense there on first and goal as they're able to get in and force the loss on that play.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game.
Here it is, 4th and inches.
Red on red. 11. Turn. It's hot. Check smash.
They'll try and run for it. And he'll take this one in for a JAX touchdown.
Bashal Tootin, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
22, Lions 15. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
20.
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Here's 2nd down.
At the 38-yard line.
Hey, 5.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Goff. And that's caught by Williams.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. Now Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
He's back to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Hey, lift! 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 Lift!
They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Jaguars have just about sewn up this football game. Lawrence to a knee, and that will write a finish to this one. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced